Dear friends, welcome to the world of intellectual property rights. Today we will start our journey with the beautiful world of IPR, that is intellectual property rights, and especially with the patents. Our overall focus will be on Indian Patent Act or the Patents Act 1970. We can say that the three basic pillars of patents are forms, rules, and sections. If we go for the numbers, we find there are 163 sections, 139 rules, and 30 forms. So what I have decided here, if we proceed through the number of forms, that means if we proceed via form 1, form 2 like this, and will correlate the relevant rules and sections, it will become easier to understand, to correlate, and to memorize all the three. Fine. So let us find the link sections between the sections, rules, and forms of the Patents Act 1970. Let us proceed, friends. This is form number 1. Just a minute. This is form number 1 and its title is Application for Grant of Patent. Fine. And here we can see the relevant sections are 7, 54 and 135. The relevant rules here is Rule 20, particularly Rule 20 sub Rule 1. Okay. So what is Section 7? The title of Section 7 is Form of Application. The title of Section 54 is Patents of Addition and Section 135 is Convention Applications. Fine. And here the title of Rule 20 is International Applications Designating and Electing India. Friends, just remember a fact while reading the acts or rules, it is very important that how you read a sentence. That means by taking care of all the operators and the punctuation marks. For example, here you should read it like this: international applications designating, just give a pause, and then or designating and electing India. This is the proper way. So just take care of this. Okay. So here, can you find out a keyword that correlates all the sections, rules and forms? As per my view, what I can see here is the keyword here is the, just a minute, I will, okay. Just a minute. Yeah. So here I can underline this application. Here you can see application. Patents of addition is a kind of application. Convention application. Fine. Here international applications. So here application is the keyword. As we know, there are a number of application types. For example, ordinary application, convention application, patents of addition, divisional addition, that etc. Actually these things we will study in detail in further sessions. Okay, so here we could find out what is the keyword. So I think we can very well correlate Form 1, Section 754, Section 7, Section 54, Section 135 and Rule 20. Fine. So let us proceed with Form 2. The title here is Provisional or Complete Specification. The related section is section 10 and related rule is rule 13. The title of section 10 is contents of specifications and title of rule 13 is specifications. So here also we can find out a keyword, specification. Fine. So easily we can remember this. These things we will study in further sessions. What is a provisional specification, what is a complete specification, etc, etc. Fine. So this way we can correlate form 2 with section 10 and rule 13. Fine. Let us proceed with form 3. The title is statement and undertaking under section 8. That means here easily you can say that form 3 is related to section 8. Here section 8, that means we can say section 8 is related and rule 12 is related. The title of section 8 is information and undertaking regarding foreign applications. And title of rule 12 is statement and undertaking regarding foreign applications. Okay friends, here also you can find out the keywords, right? So you tell me what will be the keyword here. This is a question for you. Fine. What will be the keyword here? And by that we can correlate the form, the section and the rule. Fine. So form 3 is related to section 8 and rule 12. Next we will go to form 4. The title is request for extension of time. Fine. The related sections are 53, section 53 subsection 2, section 142 subsection 4, and the relevant rules are rule 13 subrule 6, rule 24b subrule 4 clause 2, and rule 80 subrule 1a and rule 130. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. Section 53 is term of patent. Section 142 is fees. Here rule 13 is specifications. Rule 24b is examination of application. Rule 80 is renewal fees under section 53. Rule 130 is application for review of decisions or setting aside of orders of the controller. Okay. So I can say here the main intention here is, or we can say the main objective of form 4 is extension of time. Extension of time. So it deals with term of patent. That means term means what? It is a period or a time. And here for this thing we need some fees, some prescribed fees are there. That's why this is related. Then here it is related with the specifications. Then the examination of application. Fine. Then with renewal of fees under section 53. Because section 53 deals with the term of patent. That's why rule 80 deals with renewal fees under section 53. And the next one is rule 130, that is application for review of decisions. Application for review of decisions or setting aside of orders of the controller. Okay. So all these things, when it needs some more time apart from the prescribed time, if someone for some reasons, for some situation needs some more time or some extension of time, we can use form 4. Fine. So just remember that form 4 is related to section 142 and section 53, and the rules related are 13, 24b, 80 and 130. Fine. Okay. Let us proceed with form number 5. The title here is Declaration as to Inventorship. Fine. The related section is section 10, particularly section 10 subsection 6 and rule 13 sub-rule 6. Section 10 is contents of specifications and rule 13 is specifications. Okay, can you remember just now I have discussed a form with section 10 and rule 13 only. The particular subsections and subrule may vary, but the section and the rule were same. This one is a question for you. Fine. The question can be like this. Which two forms are related to the same section, that is section 10, and the same rule, rule 13? You can answer this. Fine. Okay. Next we'll go to, so we can say form 5 is related to section 10 and rule 13. Next we'll go to form 6. The title is claim or request regarding any change in applicant for patent. That means if due to some reasons the name of the applicant or something else, some details will be, that means need some modification or changes, then we can use form 6. The related sections are section 20 subsection 1, section 20 subsection 4 and section 20 subsection 5. The related rules are rule 34 subrule 1, rule 35 subrule 1 and rule 36 subrule 1. Okay. The title of section 20 is power of controller to make orders regarding substitution of applicants. Fine. And rules. Rule 34. Manner in which a claim under section 21 shall be made. 21. That means rule 34 is directly related to section 20 subsection 1. Similarly, rule 35. Manner in which a request may be made under section 24. So rule 35 is directly related to section 24 subsection 4. Fine. And similarly rule 36, that is manner of application under section 20 subsection 5 is related to section 20 subsection 5. Fine. Okay. So we can say the objective of form 6 is basically to do some changes in case of some requirement. Okay, if some modifications are to be done, we use form 6. Fine. So this way form 6 is related to section 20 and rules 34, 35 and 36. Next we'll go to form 7. The title is notice of opposition. Sections related are section 25 subsection 3 and rule related is rule 55A. Section 25 is opposition to the patent and rule 55A is filing of notice of opposition. So we can find out here the keyword is opposition. The keyword is opposition. Fine. So just remember that form 7 deals with any kind of opposition, because we know section 25 deals with opposition to the patent and the rule 55 also deals with the filing of notice of opposition. Fine. So form 7 is related to section 25 and rule 55. Fine. Next, form 7A. We can say that there are two forms, or we can say this one as an extension to form 7. So form 7A, this one is about representation for opposition to the grant of patent. What we discussed earlier, that form 7 is notice of opposition. Here this is representation of opposition. How to represent, right? Sections related are section 25 subsection 1 and rule 55 subrule 1. Section 25 is opposition to the patent, and Rule 55 is opposition to the patent. Same. So here also the keyword is opposition, but the main objective here is representation. That means this way you can differentiate between Form 7 and Form 7A. Fine. Next we will proceed to Form 8. The title is request or claim regarding mention of inventor as such in a patent. We can say here mention of inventor. This is the main word we can say. Related sections are 28 only, 28 subsection 2, section 28 subsection 3 and section 28 subsection 7. The related rules are 66, 67 and 68. Fine. Here, okay. Section 28 is mention of inventor as such in patent. Rule 66 is form of making a request under section 28(2). Just relate here. Then 67 is form of making a claim under section 28(3). Just relate here. You can relate here. And rule 68 is form of application to be made under section 28(7). Just see here. Okay. 28(7). Fine. So we can say here the objective of Form 8 is it is a request regarding the mention of inventor in a patent. Fine. So we can say Form 8 is related to section 28 and rules 66, 67 and 68. Fine. Now we will deal with Form 9 whose title is request for publication. So here nothing but the main keyword is publication. Fine. Section 11A subsection 2 and rule 24A are related to this. The title of section 11A is publication of applications and title of rule 24A is request for publication. So here publication is the keyword. So Form 9, just remember publication. So Form 9 is related to section 11A and rule 24A. The main keyword here is publication. Fine. Okay. Now the last form for this session. Okay. This one is Form 10. The title is application for amendment of patent. Amendment of patent. That means in case of any need where a correction is to be done, okay, as per the requirement, if any situation like such arises, then amendment is done. You must have heard about the word constitution amendment like this. Here also amendments are done. So the related section is 44 and the related rule is 75. Section 44 has the title Amendment of Patent Granted to Deceased Applicant who is not alive. And rule 75 is Amendment of Patent under section 44. Very well you can relate it 75 to rule 75 to rule 75 and section 44. So here the main keyword is amendment. So whenever you get a question about amendment of patent, you must remember, you must correlate this with form number 10. Form 10 amendment, like this you can remember. So Form 10 is related to section 44 and rule 75. Just remember it. Okay. Okay friends, so this way the first part of establishing the linkage between the forms, rules and sections are completed. The reference is the Patents Act 1970. So my request to all of you is that please go through the bare act once. Fine, so that things will be more clear. Okay friends, you can ask if you have any questions. And okay, thank you so much. God bless you. Jai Hind.